All right, now that we've looked at several different things inside the Google Chrome world, I want to take a minute and look at your email or your Gmail service. There's a couple ways to get into it. Quickest way is on your quick launch bar across the bottom. You can click and open up your Gmail. When you do this, you can you can go into your launcher, go into your all applications, and then go into your Gmail here. You can also just open up a browser and go to Gmail, mail.google.com, and it will open it. If you are operating in a Gmail world, you know how to open up a Gmail. If you're operating in a Google branded account, it's still going to operate inside the same Gmail functionality and same Gmail account. When we said branded, we talked about this in the previous video. A branded account is something that's either a Google Apps for Business or a Google Apps for Education. If you're Google Apps for Education, which is what most of you are that are watching this, you're going to be an EmmanuelWarriors.org and EmmanuelChristian.org branded account. The Emmanuel Warriors are for your students, and the Emmanuel Christian are for the teachers and staff. You will see here, this is your basic inbox. There's not much here. There's three things here for me right now. It's the Gmail team, how to use your Google Gmail and Google Apps, and this is just the basic three emails that go out as soon as you open up your email for the first time. First time you use it, first time you log into it, you're going to see these three basic emails in place. Let's look at what they do and how to get through there. First off, you're going to notice that there's a box next to each one of them. You can check the box, and it's going to change your options across the top. This is going to be archive it, to report spam, to delete, to move it to a different folder. If you have, you can create subfolders in your Gmail for organization purposes, or if you want to give it a label, you can give it a label. And then there are more options: mark as read, mark as important, add to task, add a star, filter, message like these. If you want to filter them, then you can actually take it and say, hey, if an email comes from this person, move it to the trash automatically, move it to this folder automatically, give an automatic reply depending on who it's from, what system it's from, what's written in the email. However, there are tons and tons and tons of different filters that you can create, and mute just means that you're never going to see things from that person again. You want to use mute very, very cautiously, because then you can end up missing important things. So if you open up an email, let's go to how to use the Google Apps, and you're going to see here it's going to open it your email so that you can scroll up and down and see the different things that are written in there. You're going to see the Gmail team, who it came from, who it's to, and then some very detailed information: when it was sent, what time it was sent, the subject line, and who mailed it. On the far right side, you can see a star. The star means that it will move it into your starred folder. These are your important ones that you want to hold off in a separate area so that you can look at them later. You have a reply button that you can click, and it's going to reply back to who sent it to you. And then the arrow that's pointing down means that I can forward it to somebody else. I can add to Gmail team contact list. We'll get into contacts later. Delete the message, report spam, report phishing. You guys know what spam is at this point. Phishing those are the emails that are saying, hey, make sure you log into your account because there's a problem with your account, so click here to log in. Don't do those. If it's something that's emailed to you saying click this link to log into your account because there's problems, or we need to give something to you, or there's an update, don't use the email link. Go to a web browser, type in the address for the place that it's telling you it needs to go. If it's your credit card, if it's your checking account, if it's some other information, if it's your Amazon account or your eBay account or your PayPal account, don't click the link and then put your email address, your username and password. Go and open a new browser window, type in the email or type in the web address that it's directing you to, and then log in from there. If it is from there, the information will still be there whether you click the link through the email or go directly to that website. Show the original, message text garbled, translate the message, and mark as unread. Sometimes you want to go and notice here that the red emails, the ones that you've already opened and read, that they're not in bold anymore. If it's an unread email, it is going to be in bold. If you want to delete it, you can click on one and trash it. Hey, I didn't mean to do that. I can undo it, and it's going to bring it back. If I do trash it, go ahead and delete. You're going to be able to see here that there's trash, and it's going to hold it there. It says message have been put in the trash for more than 30 days will be automatically deleted. So if you delete something and you realize the next day, man, I shouldn't have deleted that, you can go into your trash for up to 30 days after you trashed it, and it's still going to be there. So you could click on it, you go to more, and you can move it back into your inbox. You can also take and grab it. Notice here, if I just click on it and move the mouse, holding the mouse button down, I can take and move it back to my inbox, and there it is in the inbox again. Gmail team, these other things are not marked as read yet. I can see that. I could also check this box at the top, and it's going to select everything and allow one action. So I'm going to click on more, mark as read. Even though I've never opened them, I don't care to open them, but I just don't want to get rid of them. I could also archive them if I wanted to archive them and keep them for later. Next is we're going to look at compose. Whenever I compose an email, I will take and put an email address in. I'm going to put a subject matter, test email, and then this is a test email. And then I can take and send it. If it says, hey, you need to attach a document, that would be under the attach files menu here. So you could attach files, and it's going to give you the option. The first option it's going to give you is in your downloads folder. If there's something that you want to attach there, you just double click on it. It's going to attach it, and you're like, I didn't mean to click on that one. I want to get rid of it. You can click on the X, and now you get rid of it, and it's not attached to the document anymore. Maybe next time. We'll look at that in a minute. So I'm going to attach a document, and it's going to say, hey, I want to go to my drive, and then I can attach the untitled document. Wasn't anything there. I can attach a document from my drive if I want to, things that are shared with me. So once I click attach, it's going to go straight to that the folder or the downloads folder, and then I can move from there. I can send or request money. It's something you can get into if you want to. I can attach a photo. I can take a photo and insert it. I can insert a hyperlink. I can also just copy and paste it into the body of the email. And then if you wanted to insert emojis, you can do that here. That's up to you. If at some point you're like, I really decided I don't want to send this message, I can click delete, discard, and now it's discarded. It's not there. Now let's say that you're working on it. Let's say that you're working on it. So I decided that I wanted to send an email, test email, and then this is a test email. If I wanted to send this, or let's say that I want to go back to it and I'm in the middle of it and I get called away, I can close this, and it's not thrown away. It's not trashed at this point. You're going to notice now there's a box over here, a bold, it says drafts. So I can open my drafts, and there's the draft email that I started, and it still is here. This functions on tablets, phones, desktop computers, and on Chromebooks. So if you're logged into that email address and you start creating an email on your phone, you can go to your Chromebook and finish that email later. Or if you started on your tablet and then edit it a little bit on your phone, and then you can go and finish it on your Chromebook later on your Windows-based or Mac-based PC later. As long as you're using the Chrome browser and you're logged into that email address. So everything will be there, and you can have an unlimited number of drafts that you have set inside here, it works great so that you don't have to worry about losing your emails. Back in your inbox, if anything comes through, it's going to have a bold here. Notice that it left this bold. I decided I don't want this draft anymore. And I can discard the drafts, and now it's gone. If there was anything bold, that something new is sitting there. We talked about starred. If you have a starred email, it's just moving it into this area, kind of a more important thing that you want to hold on to. So let's go back and compose for a minute. Test email. Whoop, it helps if I learn how to spell. Test email. This is a test email. I know grammar and everything is wrong in there. Don't put comments about how the grammar is completely wrong. Although if I don't change it, I'm sure I'll get those. So test email. There. I'm going to click send, and now it's sent. Your message has been sent. In my sent mail, I'm going to all of a sudden see all the stuff that I've sent and who it's gone to, where it's gone, and I can actually, there are some other little things that you can do with your sent email, which we could get into later. Down here, and you can have your important, your chats, all mail. This will show everything, even the sent emails. It's going to take all of your email boxes, group them together in one thing. If you have any spam, it's going to show up here. If someone sent you something and say, hey, look in your spam folder, that's where you're going to see it. It's going to be under the more. If you look over here and say, I can't figure out where my spam folder is, it's under more and then spam. And remember, your trash will hold it for 30 days unless you go through and tell it to delete. Now, if you're in here, you can create labels for the different things. And you can also see here where it's showing how much of your space that you've used. Remember, in your Google Drive, we've said that if you're on a basic account, you're getting 5 gigs of space. If you are in a business account, most likely you're sitting on 30 gigs of space unless your business has purchased more. If you're in an apps for education world, Google has now created an unlimited space there in your Google Drive, so that you're not limited. It's just showing you how much space you've used, and it will, if you click on manage, it's going to show you how much of the different space that you've used in different areas of your drive storage. So right now in the Google Drive, I use 0.36 gigs. In my Gmail, I haven't used any because my 3 emails or 4 emails don't really take up a lot of space. And then there's nothing in the Google Photos. We talked briefly on Google Photos that you can use that. You can sync your phone's photos with all your devices' photos into your Google Photos, and there's unlimited storage space in there to back up all of your photos that you have. So next down here, we don't have anything. You could create Hangout calls, which are Google's version of Skype, so you can create a video call with people. On the far right side, I've got my display settings. I got comfortable and cozy and compact, and this is just kind of the way that everything fits together over here. You notice that it just spreads things out or squeezes things together, and again, that's just more of a personal settings. In the settings, I want to take a minute and look at this, and this is, you can leave this alone if you want to and never mess with it. That's up to you. You can go in and finish it if you want to. But continuing setup, this is, you can add your picture and your profile and all the different things to your email. You don't have to go through and do this, but you can if you want to. My language is set up to English. I can change that if I want to. If I want to change my default language, I can change it. Default country code, United States. Again, you can change that if you need to. Maximum page size. This is how many emails will show up per page, and I can have it set to 10, 15, 20, 25, 50, or 100. 50 is default, and then 250 contacts per page is default. Again, you can change that to 50 or 100 if you think 250 is too much. Always display an external link for images. If you receive emails and there's images that are built into the email, such as as an HTML page, you can have it set that it won't display any of those images. If you're worried about data usage, you would have it set for ask before displaying external images. If you're not worried about data usage, then you can display external images automatically. Default reply button, it's going to be reply or reply all. If it's just reply, it's going to be the one person. You can still reply all, it's just what's set to default. The default text size and style, you can change this. Let's say that you want your emails to always go out looking with a different font face. You can change that font face and put the font face that you want. Text size, small, normal, large, huge, and your font color, and then this would clear all formatting, send it back to where it was by default. Down here, you can use your different stars. Different stars can have different meanings. Different colored stars will have different meanings, and you would set those up as to what they mean. Desktop notifications, chat notifications are on. Keyboard shortcuts are off. If you want to enable those, you could, and you could learn more about the email notifications or keyboard shortcuts. And then your picture, select a picture that everyone will see when you email them. And so it would set so that when you'd email somebody, a picture would automatically show up if you want to set that in. Again, it's personal preference. This is a good thing to have. It's a signature. It's a signature line. You could training Emmanuel Christian School. You can have it, what a signature will be, and you can insert images, you can change your font face, you can put hyperlinks into it. Your signature will be what people will always see at the bottom of your emails. Anytime that you write an email, and I'm sure many of you have seen it where there's this big long disclaimer, there's something that's always at the bottom of a person's email, that's their email signature. So you can set it up and then insert signature before quoted text in reply and remove the quotation marks that precede it. So anytime that you reply, you would, if this isn't checked, if you replied to somebody, your signature wouldn't show up. If it is checked, when you reply to somebody, your signature will show up. Personal level indicators, snippets, and vacation responders. Some people like these, some people don't. Some people find them annoying. Some people find them helpful. If you are not going to be able to email or reply to emails because you're away from your computer or you have something you need to do, you can go to vacation responders on, and you can tell it what day. Hey, I'm going to be out of the office from the 15th, and then I'll be back in the office on the 29th. So on the 28th, I'm going to have it turned off. Subject, I'm out of the office, and it's going to be an auto response. When someone sends you an email, it'll automatically respond with this email saying, hey, I'm out of the office, or I'll call you back, or I'm going to be, and so it won't leave somebody wondering, hey, why are they not answering my email? Is there a problem? Are they mad at me? And then, they let their imagination run wild. Up at the top, you got labels, you have inbox, you have your accounts. If you have multiple accounts, you can go through all this stuff. The filters, what we were talking about, if you want to filter or have it forward your email, you can have it at a forwarding address. So if you have like 3 or 4 different email boxes, but you don't want to have to check each one of them, you can set it in here that, hey, I want to add a forward so that my emails automatically forward to my main account rather than having to sit through here. Chats, labels, offlines, and themes. You can go through these and poke around in them if you want to and figure it out. It's not going to mess up anything. I'm going to confirm discarding changes because I don't want to save any of the changes right now. So that's a basic quick overview of your Google inbox and your Google email and how to use it.